chip shot today is about the indications that Alfred Collins is planning on coming back for a 5th year of football with the Texas Longhorns. This is enormous news. This is enormous news because I talk about it all the time. The difference-making interior defensive linemen are the hardest players to find because they're big. They got to take on double teams. And if they don't have the right motor, then you're kind of screwed. And if you look at the teams that have been winning national championships, Clemson, they had Christian Wilkins and Dexter Lawrence when they won in 2016 and 2018. Alabama, Quinnen Williams, Deron Payne, when they were winning national championships. Georgia, Jalen Carter, Jordan Wyatt. It was just a assembly line of monster defensive tackles. And Alfred Collins has what it takes. He made plays this year. Now, he can make a lot more plays. But as I said, he's the 3rd highest rated defensive player for Texas for the entire season, according to Pro Football Focus. He stops the run. He rushes the passer. And I mean, I'm sitting here. He was the 2nd highest rated defensive player in the Sugar Bowl behind Byron Murphy. So, and kudos to Michael Taft. Michael Taft was the 3rd highest rated defender in the Sugar Bowl. And Michael Taft played well, had the only pass breakup in the game. And he was one of the highest rated tacklers, Michael Taft, in that game, which has been a shortcoming at times for Taft because he's not the biggest guy. He's not the strongest guy, but man, he was jumping on people and dragging them to the ground. So kudos. But Alfred Collins, every year we would come into the season saying, is this the year? Is this the year? Is this the year? Alfred Collins, 5-star recruit out of Bastrop, Cedar Creek. Is this the year he's going to turn into a monster? And he started to this season. And that's where this thing gets exciting because, he was 3rd on the team in quarterback pressures behind Byron Murphy and Barron Sorrell. He, ended up with, looking at it here, he ended up with 2 sacks, 2 batted passes, 18 quarterback hurries, according to Pro Football Focus. And if you go back and look at T'Vondre Sweat's numbers from 2022, you're kind of looking at the same thing. And then look what T'Vondre Sweat ended up doing. In fact, Collins, a little more productive. T'Vondre Sweat in 2022 had 2.5 tackles for loss and 0 sacks, but he had 4 batted passes, very similar stats. So what I'm saying is Alfred Collins understands that I can really help myself here. And T'Vondre Sweat changed his life by coming back, I believe. I think T'Vondre Sweat, he may not be a first-day pick. He may be a second-day pick. But those guys are so valued, a difference-making defensive tackle in the National Football League. That's why Jalen Carter went top 10. Should have gone to the Lions. But it makes a huge difference. And Vernon Broughton, too. I mean, I'm going to give Vernon Broughton his love because Vernon Broughton, it's already been Broughton. I mean, he was bringing it over and over. And that's the difference, the motor. T'Vondre Sweat didn't have it play in and play out until this year. Alfred Collins started to show it. And I think by him saying I'm willing to put off the money. I mean, he's probably making some nice NIL money, but he's saying, I'm ready. I'm ready to give it all every single snap. And I think Alfred Collins and Vernon Broughton have a bond that is kind of similar to Tavondre Sweat and Byron Murphy. Sweat and Murphy went everywhere together. I kind of see that with Collins and Broughton. And look, that stuff matters. You want to go through the sweat, the grind with guys you love and guys you want to, go through it with. So I just think this is enormous news when Quinn Ewers, and obviously we got to mention Xavier Worthy posting that he's moving on. We know that. We knew that was coming. Same thing, I think, for AD Mitchell. Same thing for JT Sanders. So, and Byron Murphy, like I said, he already, he's accepted his Senior Bowl invitation. So is Jahdae Barron. So I wonder if Jade's having second thoughts but anyway, big day for Longhorns football.